Can I just give an injury update to start? So Grant Elliott won't be considered for tomorrow's game with his tight calf muscle, but Dan Vittori will be assessed again in the morning.
Timmy, is it sometimes better to have a really sort of tight win like the one you enjoyed the other day than sort of a thumping success? Because, you know, it sort of keeps everybody on their toes a bit.
Yeah, obviously the other day was just scraped through by the skin of our teeth. But a win's a win at the end of the day, and the guys are pretty happy to get off to a winning start. Wasn't as convincing as we would have liked, but I guess, as I say, a win's a win, and you're always happier once you've won, and guys are in a better space. So yeah, everyone's looking forward to the next game. If we win one of the next two, then we should get through. So it's better looking at it that way than having to win the next two. But obviously we want to win all three. So it's yeah, it's. I think it's still the same thing in a tournament like this. You have to win almost every game.
Considering the recent performances of Australia, do you feel that you enter the contest on a higher ground?
No, I think the Aussies they're a good side. They'll be disappointed in their performances so far over here. They know that they have to win their next two games, so they'll come out hard. They'll have a point to prove. Obviously, with a long summer for them over here as well, that they'll want to turn that around as quick as they can. And we know that they're a good side, and there's the whole rivalry between New Zealand and Australia that sort of both sides tend to lift a little bit when you play against each other.
Tim, you obviously haven't played Australia in quite a while, but you so often come in as underdogs. But in this game, as you said, you will come in possibly as favourites, regardless if you see it that way. Is that? I suppose it must be something quite different. You know, you're so used to coming in as the underdogs against the big brother.
Yeah, I guess so, but I think it's still pretty evenly poised. Like, as I said, they've got a good side, and also they're coming off a loss and with a point to prove. And as I said, they'll be hungry to turn their tournament around, and they've turned I guess their big tour over here around and try and grab some momentum. But yeah, I think it's been a while since we've played them, but I think, as I said before, I think we tend to lift a little bit more when you play against the Aussies as it is, and hopefully we can go up a gear from what we showed in Cardiff.
Tim, a word firstly on your bowling partner Mitchell McLanigan, and also you were right there till the end. How were the nerves like against when Malinga was bowling that spell?
Yeah, I think once Kyle got out and you're down to the last wicket, you know it can only takes one ball, and Mitch came out and he's confident with the bat. He's a confident person, and I guess that showed there in the end. And I think once we saw Malinga off, then we knew it was only a matter of time if we could hang around. I think we saw him as the big threat, and someone obviously with his unique action, and someone that can has troubled tail enders over his career. So I think it was important we saw him off, and then didn't worry about scoring off him, just sent him off. And as I say, Mitch, he's a confident person, and he saw that with the bat coming in 11, and he did a great job, and I think his confidence has flown over from the job he's doing with the ball, and he's had a tremendous start to his career, and hopefully that can continue. He's doing a hell of a job for us with the new ball along with Kyle.
Hi. Are you surprised by the role that spin is playing in the tournament, and is that good or bad for New Zealand?
Yeah, I think you look at the tournament before it started. You come to England, you tend to think it might nip around, and the seamers might be the main wicket takers. But I think the surfaces have been pretty dry, and with them sort of using the same wicket, sort of tend to play two games on them. Then the second games, obviously, the spinners are going to come to play more. The wicket in Cardiff was dry, and the spinners played a massive role, and haven't had a look at the wicket out here yet, but yeah, it is I guess something we weren't expecting, but I guess now we're at one game into the tournament, we know that spinners playing a big part, so it's something we can adapt to.
Some of the teams are perhaps struggling to judge what a good score might be. It seems. Do you think that the fact you guys have been in England for so long is helpful to you in that regard?
Yeah, I think our preparation has been perfect to play 3 one-day internationals against a top-class side, and in the conditions we're going to face during the Champions Trophy. So it was, if you could ask for any preparation, then I guess it's been ideal for us, and also on the flip side, England as well. So yeah, we've had a bit of time to get used to the cold weather and the wickets. So yeah, it's the preparation has been pretty good.
Just one more from me. Is it important for New Zealand cricket in the longer term that the team do well to sort of inspire another generation of cricket lovers?
Yeah, definitely. I think in the last sort of year or so, we haven't produced the results we would have liked, but we've showed glimpses in the last 6 months of what we are capable of. A one-day series win in South Africa against them, and then also the series win over here against England is a massive step in the right direction. And I think you look at the side, there's a great mix of exciting young talent, the likes of McLennigan and guys who've been around for a little while, like Kane Williamson and Trent Bolt, who's obviously not here, but guys coming through mixed in with the experience of the likes of Vittori, Franklin, McCullum. It's a good mix, and it is showing we are taking steps in the right direction and showing where we can go as a one-day side. So it is important we do well, and hopefully we can keep continuing as a one-day side, and I think our test games will follow as well.
Tim, we all, there's a general perception that this Australian team is one of the weaker sides in recent times, but is it also one of the nicer sides? Because we don't see those mental disintegration tactics, we don't see those in-your-face tactics. Is that a sign of their weakness?
I don't think that's a sign of a weakness. They were so dominant for so long, and I think after those players retired, they sort of all retired at the same time, so it left a massive gap, and I guess they're still trying to fill. Like, I think you have to understand that the players that left were exceptional players and world-class players, and you're not going to replace them overnight, but they've still got some great players. You look at Watson and Warner on their day, they can tear a side apart, and the bowlers have shown, someone like Clint Mackay who's got a great one-day record, and so they've shown that they aren't a poor side, but they have, I guess, as I said, they'll be disappointed in the results that they've produced of late.
How important do you think it is that Luke Ronke gets a score soon, sort of just to maybe release a little bit of that pressure and sort of just prove himself to you guys?
Oh, I don't think he has to prove himself to us. We know he's a good player. He's tuned out truckload of runs in domestic cricket since he's been in New Zealand, and obviously has had a taste of international at international level, and hasn't come off with a bat yet. But the job he's done with the gloves has been exceptional, and he's hopefully can gain some confidence from the work he's doing with the gloves, and it can flow over to his batting. He's playing well on the nets, and I think he just needs to get away, and he'll be away laughing. So he doesn't have a point to prove to us at all.